Hey everyone, it's Kenji. I'm in downtown Seattle again. I am headed to Bento World, Sushi and Teriyaki. This is stop number 21 in my teriyaki tour of Seattle. I'm going to every single teriyaki joint in Seattle, all 80-something of them. Tonight is going to be a special one because I am actually on my way to the Moore Theater where I'm going to be hosting my friend Phil Rosenthal. He's the host of the show Somebody Feed Phil. And he's here on tour, so I'm going to pick up some teriyaki and we're going to try it live in front of an audience on stage. It will be a surprise for him. So I'll grab some footage of that with my phone, and I'm hoping he'll do that that signature Phil Rosenthal face, you know, where he like eats something and he's like, ooh, you know, that face. So we'll see if he does it, all right? It's going to be a fun one. All right, here we are. Teriyaki for Phil. Hi. By the way, to make this taste test really sort of fair, we're going to taste it on stage once tonight. And then I'll come back here by myself another day and do the actual taste test then, just to make things a little bit easier. So first you're going to see Phil's reaction, and then you'll see mine. All right, here we are at the Moore Theater. Wow, lots of people here. Jeez. He draws a crowd, huh? All right, we'll see you inside.
What is happening?
All right, so Phil.
Yes?
You're going to try Seattle's teriyaki, maybe for the first time.
That's right.
All right. Can you try it and tell me what you think?
Sure.
You did the face. You did the face.
Wow, it's good.
So that's a good sign. So I've never been to this one. It might be terrible. I don't know.
No, it's great.
That is a good one.
Perfectly cooked. The chicken is delicious. The sauce is delicious. Little rice.
It's got some good char on it, which is sort of for me, that's like the real important part of teriyaki, because it's nice dark spots.
By the way, in case you were wondering what the show is tonight, this is it.
I brought you some dessert also. I brought you a couple other things.
You did.
All right. It's the next day. I got a new batch. Let's see what we got. By the way, Phil, as nice as he seems on television, on his show, in real life he is even nicer. He's really, honestly, one of the sweetest, kindest, nicest guys I've ever met in my life, and I always love to see him. Anyhow, let's try this teriyaki the second day, warm, fresh. Sauce looks a little bit gloppier now, actually. A reasonable amount of try. This is definitely not as good as it was when Phil and I had it on stage. This chicken tastes like it's been kind of, like it was cooked and sitting around and then reheated. It has an almost sort of, I don't know, almost a pasty texture. It's not like dry, but it's not juicy. It's kind of a strange texture. Maybe Monday's not the day to get teriyaki or something. All right, let's go for the rice. A little bit mushy. So you can see it, it's kind of, the rice is kind of smushes together into a single large blob. Just an indication it's like a little overcooked. All right, maybe I'm being a little too harsh. It all tastes fine. They don't have a gyoza combo, by the way. I had to get the gyoza separately, but instead of a salad, they got this kind of cucumber salad. Cucumber and cabbage. That's pretty good. Not sweet at all. A little bit creamy. Lightly blanched cabbage. Baby carrots, broccoli over here. It's not a bad side. I guess I'm finding that the places that tend to do sushi and teriyaki also tend to serve these kinds of salads, as opposed to the places that do like, you know, that don't have sushi, which will do the iceberg salads. So this was a separate side order, so they give you 6. These look pretty promising, actually. Look at those blisters, huh? Can you see that? Let's see how it tastes. Very vegetable heavy. The skins are really nice and light. All right, some of the better dumplings we've had so far. And finally, drink of the day, if you're following the subplot. 0 sugar Snapple raspberry tea. I remember when I was a kid, Snapple tea, you know, used to come in the glass bottles, and it had a kind of classier label to it. And I always thought it was kind of a classier drink, you know. I thought it was like the fancy drink. But then they changed, and now it just looks like I don't know, kind of generic. Yeah, sans serif, lowercase fonts. Everyone's doing it. All right. Well, final thoughts on Bento World Sushi and Teriyaki are, it's fine. You know, it's one of the fine ones. It's not one of the very, very special ones. It was better the other night when I had it with Phil on stage. Not quite as good today. But you know, you win some, you lose some. It's also, you know, it also might be a little unfair because earlier today I was also at Rainier Teriyaki, which is so far I think my favorite one. And so, you know, like my lips were still wet with the sauce of Rainier Teriyaki when I tasted this for the first time. And so it's a tough bar. I set a tough bar before eating this one. So, you know, bear that in mind. But anyhow, guys, gals, non-binary pals, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.